Just a moment. No. No. Sorry, I don't. I'm not good at Mac.
Bottom right, zoom out.
Hmm?
Bottom right, minus.
Where is it? Brazil. I went to Toshima Island and Shikinejima Island. Toshima Island is a very small island, and on Google Map there's no almost no road and sorry. There's no road almost, and no shop is on Google Map. But I went to Toshima Island and hot mapped all the almost all the road with 360 photo, and we can go through all the road on Shikinejima Island, but there's no navigation. Yeah, okay. Shikinejima Island, there's a lot of shrines, and so, but on map here, on Shikinejima Island, there's a big mountain. It's at the center, and some famous shrines are put on the southern area and the town area. And I mapped all the shrines and all the shops and hotels in this island. So you can, with Google Map, you cannot navigate yourself on the map, but with OpenStreetMap and with Mapillary, you can navigate yourself on this island. And also, I mapped the Shikinejima Island. Shikinejima Island is no. What? Shikinejima Island is very famous for onsen, onsen, hot spring, and I mapped all the onsen area on OSM, so you can search onsen and enjoy also onsen or beach or some local food or something. Also, you cannot find all the onsen or beach on Google Map, but you can find all the interesting place on Shikinejima Island and Toshima Island. Thank you.
There are no. Is there other speakers? No. African?
This is OK. I wanna 5分は
5 minutes. ここやります。
ちょっとそれだけなんか適当なサイトだけ見させてください。
あるよ。
いやそういうこと。 Okay. I wanna introduce. Interesting accents. So, どこまで話したっけ？そう、field paper is not my needs, not my needs. So, I wanna mapping like a paper, but I wanna use a smartphone. So because I make it, so this application is so simple. So only you can draw like this. This is oh. 違う。So series very good listener. So wait. Wait. For example, this is a convenience store. Not spell mistake, but maybe you can understand. So what I want to do. So you can write down like a paper. So and you can memorize. So only this smartphone and application. And finally, you can upload this sketch data through the through the okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. なんだっけ So update. So it's this upside is your OSM ID and OSM password, title and tag and description. So you can upload as a trace data. So GPS trace data. For example, if you have the GPS logger, you can upload the OSM server as OSM trace data. So it's like this upload successful, and I can show my OSM trace. Sorry. If you use this application, please this visibility is private. So because this application can GPS trace is statistics, and everyone, if see the public, everyone can see, and it's this data is not like GPS trace data, so because so like this. Now I'm now. Now this red mark is uploading and preparing the to see, and this And second is the test. So you can see like GPS trace. So like this. Oh, sorry. like this. So you can draw editing the map, seeing this. Thank you.
Okay, the LT talks is finished, and the next session is this room is local chapter congress in the 11:15, and there are two other sessions from room 5 and 6. But I'm sorry, the room capacity, because room capacity every room 5 6 is in full. So please, if you are interested in it, please go to the room 5. Room 6 is almost full. Please take care. Thank you very much. But
I can go if you want.
oh, you can go. Oh, great.
It looks like we've got 20 minutes. So
Good.
actually, if anybody wants to show their mapping or what they did in the past year or anything, this computer has internet. So you
Yes.
can just go and show some awesome websites you found.
Oh, great.
In 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'm just for 5 minutes. While you think what you want to show on this, I will just have used me. I will just show some slides from my last year talk, not on state of the map. And it's in Russian, I'm very sorry.
Which?
Reverse.
Reverse. Okay.
You can just wait. Yeah, so this spring I was into a bit of mapping. So, sorry it's in Russian, but there are many photos, so. Yeah. So, it's about collect them all. In Japan it's more about Pokemon, but still. Some people collect dolls. So I live in Moscow, right with arrow points, and Moscow has very few rivers. It's basically two major rivers. It's Moskva River, the big one, and Yauza that you don't see here. So a lot of people are living in urban areas with no water whatsoever, and it's very awful actually. And suddenly I found out that I do live near the river, it's like just in 100 meters. And it looks like this. This is just a stretch of 100-meter river, and garages on one side, industrial zone other side, and there's some dump over there. So just a small bit of river, and it's actually very long, but it flows underground. So you don't see it when you're up, but for like 10 kilometers it flows under streets, under houses, and you don't see it. But it's great to know that there's somebody water near you. So suddenly I find myself mapping underground rivers. These are in black here. It's River Chura and so on. So you can't see them on the surface. And then somebody clicked and I understood, I must draw all the rivers in Moscow. Okay. How many rivers are in Moscow? First is Moscow River. And many people have trouble naming at least 20 rivers in Moscow. This is Chura. It flows under a big motorway. Few people actually see it. So rivers. How do you map rivers in OpenStreetMap? It's either waterway river or waterway stream. Depends on whether you can jump over it. And of course a name. So you fire up JOSM, add an imagery layer, and start drawing. A bit about sparse editing. To edit all the rivers in a big city, you don't have download of the city. You can download just the rivers using Overpass API. This is a very great feature of Overpass API, and many people don't know about it. So just download rivers and edit them, and don't touch anything else. so doesn't matter. So do you see river on this imagery part? It's not that hard. You see this space between trees, so it must be where the river is. And yeah, it is.
Yes, on the mic.
Oh. Sorry, yeah, this is much better. Wait. No problem. Yeah, so drawing and rivers that you can see on the imagery is simple, though not always. Here I have drawn it a bit wrongly, and people have corrected me. Turns out that it should be a bit to the side. Yeah, there are a lot of text. Well, there were a lot of previously mapped rivers, and they had very long list of strange text, like boat no and motorboat no simultaneously on the one stream. But these texts were on waterway stream, and moreover, that way had also tunnel yes. So why did they put motorboat no? I have no idea. And on the topic of underground rivers, you better use tunnel equals culvert because it's more precise, and obviously layer -1, so it doesn't intersect with anything. But draw underground rivers is hard. How many rivers do you see in this picture? On the ground there are none, but there are actually 2 rivers underground, and very big ones. So to draw them, you need to find sources, and mostly they are textual descriptions in Wikipedia. So I started finding sources. I found this old map that was very rough, but it gave me an idea where rivers went. Yeah, sources. And there's Wikipedia, which has a list of all the rivers, but very bad descriptions. So Moscow River had like 6, what's called, I don't know, small rivers. I found other site with a whole list of rivers, and this is the map I used for JOSM. And this one, this is a scheme of all the rivers in Moscow, and it has 202 rivers on it. So there's 200 rivers in Moscow you don't see on the map. So I printed it and started, well, from the first one to the second one and so on. And yeah, just a couple of photos. There are people who go underground to work through tunnels of these underground rivers, and they make photos, and I thought that it would be useful. But all you can see are tunnels with flowing water. So actually no use to mapping whatsoever, but they're pretty. Yeah. So this is a list I made, going slowly. It took me 3 weeks to do that, all that. And I found the encyclopedia. And here is the result. All the rivers in Moscow. Black lines are underground and blue lines are overground. Yeah, so now every man in Moscow, every person in Moscow knows that they live somewhere near the river, even if they don't know it. Yeah, thank you. So come on, show us some websites. Or maps, obviously maps.
それはやめた方がいいです。プレゼンテーションに映らない。ストリーミングに映らない。
ちょっと日本語でプレゼンした方がいいと思うんで、ちょっとI want to present in Japanese. It's better to present it in Japanese because it's the appeal of weekly OSM translation.
Okay. Internet connection is failed.
あれ、ゾウさんって、私皆さん、ウィークリー OSM とか、週刊、日本語だと週刊 OSM という名前になってるんですけども、ブログ、毎週ブログを、OSM 関係のブログを、更新してるんですけど、読んだことある方っていらっしゃいますか？まあ、結構意外と読んでるんですね。実は週刊 OSM っていうのは世界中のオープンストリートマップ関係のニュースを毎週発行してるんですけども、これはもともとドイツ語で発行されているものをまずその英語に翻訳されて、で例えばこれはホームページなんですけども、これ英語のスクロールとどうやるこれこんな感じのその英語の記事がありまして、これを今私とゾアさんとの2人で、翻訳してるっていう形になってですね、ちょっと今日翻訳サイトのどんなふうに翻訳してるのかっていうのをちょっと紹介しようかなと思ったんですけど、ちょっとその翻訳サイトの方はちょっとここから出すのがちょっと難しいんで、ちょっと週刊 OSM のちょっとページの方だけちょっと紹介しようと思いますけれども、こんな感じで英語のページがあってですね、これをちょっと現状は2人で、この日本語に記事を翻訳して、こんな感じで今週はグラスホッパーの検索ルート検索が早くなりましたみたいなトップページから、中の方ではその、日本の話だとクライシスマッピングのちょっとタグの修正の話だとかこの会津若松の OS 外の話とかも紹介しているというようなことを、毎週世界中でどんなイベントとか出来事がありましたというのを紹介しているような形のものをやっております。で現状ですね、この2人で今翻訳してまして、他の各国語英語はもちろんですけどもフランス語とかスペイン語とかのチームとかたくさんあるんですけども、そっちの方のチームとか英語から翻訳するだけなので、簡単だろうとちょっとなんとなく思ってるんですけども、実際のところはそのメンバーとしてはどのチームも、4、5人ぐらいはいるよ、2人でようやってんなみたいなことを言われてですね正直結構負荷が高いといえば高いんですけども今のところはちょっと毎週継続してやっている形になります。皆さんその英語を翻訳する自信がないから参加しないというところはちょっともしかしたらあるかもしれないですけども、実のところは翻訳するっていうところもありますけども、正直手が欲しいっていうのは翻訳した日本語の記事を自然な日本語にしてくれる人がいると嬉しいなというのが正直ありまして、そういうところでもちょっと助けていただけると非常にありがたいなというふうに思っております。皆さんご興味がありましたら、この2人とか、OSMF 関係FJ 関係経由でも連絡取れると思いますので、皆さんぜひよろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
Hi everyone, I will be just giving you a few words on indoor mapping because I was hearing some people that were wondering if there are indoor maps in OpenStreetMap. So yes, there are, of course. So this is Open Level Up. It is indoor map viewer from OpenStreetMap data, and I will show you that you can do, in fact, indoor mapping in OpenStreetMap. So we will see one example of what can be done. So at high level zones, you can find the places where there are indoor data. So in this city, there are quite some map places. So this one is a university campus, and with a group of students we did the whole mapping of the campus. So if we zoom in a bit, we will see details. So you have, so this is the first floor. You can change the levels here and go, for example, on the second floor, level 1. And you can see that you have a lot of information which is accessible, because on the main Mapnik rendering, all the indoor data is rendered flat. Here you can switch between levels. So if you want to know more about indoor mapping and want to try some, you can check the you can check on the wiki. So on the wiki there is a page about OpenLevelUp, and it is giving a few tips on how to do indoor mapping and how to use OpenLevelUp. So if you want to give it a try, you can have a look here. So you have some use cases which explain how to map, for example, shopping malls, public transport, school or universities. So yes, we can do indoor mapping in OpenLevelUp, so you can give it a try. Thank you very much.
This time slot is about last 10 minutes. If someone who wants to show something, one more speaker can show you.
What do you do? コネクターがあります。で、iPhone でやるときに、縦画面、横画面どっち？縦画面。縦画面。はい。じゃあ、カメラの位置。iPhone だとストリーミングに流れないので、ちょっとカメラ調整します。
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hajime Shinta. I am a cartographer in Tokyo. I want to introduce our company developed this application. We use OpenStreetMap. Usually, people using for transportation or want to finding a place, but our application is not getting a place or something. We want to design OpenStreetMap, just like we have prepare some filter such as like filter maybe you will see the great Earth. Here is river Ganges. Very delta area is very beautiful. And also, here's Japan. Japan urban area is very lots of transportation network. You can change filter. You can also design like this. This is an iPhone application. This is a free offer. So you can download this application. This is Mapigraphy. Yeah.
Can you repeat the name?
Mapigraphy. Yeah. これ
This
変えてもいいですか
App Store.
Yes. This is for App Store. ちょっとこれ変えていいですか
はい、設置。抜き差しして、
いいですか
HDMI を抜いて、差し直して。
This is our company's homepage. So you can see the other application. This is Mapigraphy, TCG Mapgraphy. We use Open Mapbox Studio. You can see the other contents like airport map. We show the you can see the all airport map like this. Airport is very complex but very beautiful. You will understand what I think. That's all. Thank you very much.
Do you use this?
Yeah, this.
This machine is better because it's a setting.
I wanted to cast the phone.
Phone?
Yeah.
Phone.
It's possible.
Okay, so. Let's try.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Hi guys. Hi everyone. Hold on. Here we go. So, thanks. Can we see? Hi everyone. No.
Here. Hi. I just popped in. We've been talking about simplifying OSM contribution in some way, and we've been working. So this is OSM contributor. It's an editor that we've made, and oh, thanks. What we wanted to do is to actually, I hope I can find one here. Mostly OSM is a key value store, all right? Everything is strings. But when you start contributing to OSM for instance, opening hours, you gotta learn the whole spec again. You gotta know it's mon dash fry, and you got to make the data convention. You know, when you have Boolean values, for instance, people will say on, off, true, false, 1, 0. And this is kind of a nightmare when you want to parse OpenStreetMap data to either do some post-processing on it or use it for rendering. And it's also very hard for new contributors, because when they don't know what to put inside, like, accessible. Should I say accessible to wheelchairs? Should I say yes? Should I say no? What should I put in there? So what do we do as mappers? What mappers do when they don't know is that they go to the wiki and that they kind of try and find some reference. So this, for instance, is the public transport. And you can see that they have tags described, they have possible values described, and they have so much information. And this is a reference for mappers. The problem is, when you want an application, and this is what we struggled in, where people don't want to go spend hours on a wiki and discover the whole ecosystem of tags, how can we allow them to contribute easily? So the first thing we did is that we created a wiki crawler. It's called H2GO. So if you guys know the movie H2G2, or the book H2G2, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, well, this is H2GO, the Hitchhiker's Guide to OSM. So basically it crawls the data from the wiki. It mashes the data from the wiki with tag info to kind of know which tags are the most susceptible to be the good ones. And it also mashes up with some wiki data to get translations for the type. Because I don't want to add amenity equals pharmacy or shop equals pharmacy. I want to add pharmacy. And if I'm French, I want to add pharmacie, which was a pretty bad example, sorry. It's the same word. but you get the picture. If you want to, so we needed a spec to declare some presets, and it needs much more than just key value data. You need to be able to type your value, saying this is an opening hour, saying this is a Boolean value, saying this is a number. You should be able to add some constraints to this, saying this is a number, but you can only add a number between 0 and 24. You should also tell people that it's a set of values, okay? So accessible could be yes, no, wheelchair, or whatever. Or undefined, which is also a behavior that's accepted. So what I came up with is what I call H2GO presets. So it's a specification made to make some presets. So you guys have heard about presets from JOSM, right? So it's kind of old-fashioned. It's good, it works, but it's XML based. It's a zip file with all the assets, and it's not web friendly. So what I did is I developed a spec that's a YAML spec. YAML is easy enough for non-developers to be able to make their own presets. And that's very important, because anyone who is a mapper and knows around his stuff can make his own presets here. And for instance, this is a bicycles preset. So you have a name, you have a link, a description in multiple languages. This is an optional tag, an image, and then you can describe your types. So for instance, you have an amenity equals bicycle parking. You will call it bicycle stand, or parking vélo in French. And you will use some keywords. You will declare some specific tags. So for instance, I have a key called access. It's a single choice, and the value is either yes or no. And basically, you can also declare some constraints, meaning like, if access equals no, then capacity equals 0. So you can also, for instance, if you have different version of models, like if I have this tag, then I will use this version of this spec, etc. You can declare much business logic on the very simple form of constraints here. And what's nice is that we have integrated successfully a couple weeks ago the whole spec into OSM contributor. And now I hope that many developers will want to embrace this spec and kind of make it as a standard. How it works is that tomorrow, any contributor who wants to make his own spec just forks the project, makes his own preset in the preset directory, and it's all automated, meaning there's a bot that will compute your stuff, check if it's good or not good. If it's not good, it will tell you there were errors, build errors, and it will tell you where the errors were. And as soon as it's okay, we can merge it, and it will be available directly on the preset repository. And the preset repository is a set giving you a list of all the presets available to you and a way to download it. And for instance, now in OSM contributor, I didn't find a POI with opening hours, but when you have a tab with opening hours, you push a button and you got this beautiful clock with all the month, opening hours, add some time frames and things like this. And people don't have to learn about the spec. When you have some specific tags, shop equals, well, we put the 20 best and most used values on tag info in the shops, because when you're a simple contributor, you don't know what to put in there. So we need to give people a way to, we need to give map, oh, sorry. All right, so please, if you guys want to use this, please help us. It would be really, really cool. Thanks.
Thank you very much. And actually, time is over. This room, next session is started at 11:15 at local chapter congress. Thank you very much.
ローカルキャプチャーのやつはこれで使う？もういらない。もういらない？ああ、PC が。あ、そうですね。忘れてました。ありがとう。いいえ。で、とりあえずストリーム。